What's up, guys? Tyler Redmond, Hunter Ridge Outdoors. Finally, I am doing another episode of the podcast. It has been some time because we've been hunting everything, but I've got two very special guests with me, actually. Is Landon and Kristyn Belcher, and if y'all go check them out, they're on YouTube as well. Belcher Outdoors Broadcast. Is that it?
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, so I don't know where to start, but like we met through Aaron Flinch and Backwoods Bandits, I think.
That's right.
That's how everything
Yep.
went from. And so, but this is a treat for you guys. I feel like this year's going to be the best year I've ever had on the podcast standpoint. We got a lot of great things coming up, and I couldn't think of a better way to start with these two.
Well, we're so
people
excited.
that chase all over the world for turkeys and deer and everything else.
Keep the road hot, buddy.
But so some of y'all may be wondering what I've got right in front of me, but basically I come here to show them this, but this is just another sneak peek. This is basically going to be the first real look on a real video for you guys, but I have got the bow here that I got last year. Stay tuned, because soon you will be finding out how I got this bow and the story behind it. These two people know it, but y'all have to be a little patient.
Y'all are in for a story, because it's a good one. It's a good one.
It's a nice bow, too.
Thank you, man. That's a beautiful Hoyt RX-8, and I mean, high dollar.
Yeah, that's some high dollar equipment
Definitely.
right there.
You ain't kidding
It's
about
in a pretty
that.
good camo, too.
Yes, real true original. The best I think there is out there, but
Yes, sir.
well, what can you say? I've heard a lot of stories from these two people chasing turkeys and animals across the United States, but we always ask how you got started in the hunting. And I mean, like,
Yeah.
I know everybody's got a different background and stuff, but
Yeah.
Landon, how'd you get started?
I'm a third generation deer hunter. My pawpaw started it all for me and my dad, and he was a West Virginia local, hard mountain deer to hunt, and that's where I started. I cut my teeth shooting squirrels and everything else, and finally, got old enough to hunt deer with Dad, and we moved to North Carolina, and I just rolled on with the deer, and the turkeys fell into play. I was probably 16.
There you go.
I got that turkey bug, and ever since then, man, just been trying to progress and just be a student of the game.
There you go.
And Landon's dad was not a turkey hunter, but his grandpa was. And I know you guys never got to turkey hunt together, but it kind of runs in the blood, it seems like, a little bit.
Yeah,
So.
Dad didn't, and he did, and it's cool to keep it going.
Yeah.
Keep
There
it
you
going.
go,
It means a lot
absolutely.
to me. Yeah.
And especially try to get the kids outdoors too.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
And my buddy John Boy always says that, generation after generation, you want to keep the hunting in the family, I think.
Oh,
especially in
100%.
families.
And I mean, I think it's not even, the youth is important for sure, but I mean, even an older person that's a new hunter, man, just getting,
Oh, yeah.
normal people to experience it for the first time is really cool. I think it's
Yes.
a big deal. Kid or old, you can be 6 to 60 and it's be the same.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, to that point, to kind of get into my story, I mean, hunting really changed my life. Landon really got me into hunting. I hunted some with my stepdad for a while, but it was nothing too serious. And then a few years back, Landon actually he got me into it. I killed one with a crossbow, and right after that, I was pretty eat up with it. And so he bought me a bow for Christmas that year. And that next season, harvested a couple deer with my bow for the first time, and then we started chasing turkeys all over the United States together. Our wedding anniversary is really close to turkey season, so we always take a big, nice trip for our wedding anniversary. So it really changed my life. I was not really into it, didn't really think much of it, but it's really helped me. So.
A lot of people don't know what they're missing out on when they,
Yeah.
I feel like, well, if you understand it when they've never had the experience of it, but once you get, it's easy to get addicted to.
That's so true. That's so true. And I know you're a Christian, Tyler, and for me, it helps me really just dial in on my faith. I really feel so close to God when I'm out there in the woods.
Amen.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, same here, and it's just, I'd be in a lot of trouble without hunting, I think. It gives me something to put my time and effort towards, and
Yeah.
You know, it's made our relationship a lot stronger, definitely a lot stronger with him. And I'd like to say to all the gentlemen listening to Tyler's podcast, get you one that you can take her turkey hunting and call it an anniversary trip. That takes
well, I've got some work to do.
That takes skill, dude. That takes time, right
Yeah,
there.
it took some time and effort on that one, didn't it? So.
Yeah, she used to not be huge about it.
Yeah.
How old were you when you met her?
I was a sophomore in high school.
Mhm. Yeah.
I was always younger than everybody, so I was probably 14, 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here I am, almost 24, and I ain't even had a girlfriend yet, so I got a road to go. So
You got
Hey,
plenty
you're
of
just
time.
waiting on the right one.
yeah, exactly. Wait on the right one.
Yeah.
There you go.
But yeah, well, obviously, y'all, that's a really good background. I love it when people just learn from like family or just close friends
Yeah.
to get you in the
Yeah.
outdoors and all that.
Yeah.
When it comes to the outdoors, man, I think you can learn something from everybody. You know, depending on where their skill level is, there's still something that they might show you. Be like, man, I never really thought of it like that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Students of the game for sure.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Well, for those of y'all that do know Landon and Kristyn, I don't know how it started like this, but just all of a sudden they're chasing turkeys in about every state of America. It feels like.
Yeah.
So I'll let you tell more of the story and stuff, but both of y'all have done the Grand Slam?
Nope. I'm still working on mine.
She's
Landon
fine.
got his
Yeah.
done. Yep. But that's cool. You know, it's
Yep.
gives us a reason to get back out there.
Yeah, and that's what I'm getting
Yeah.
at. Is for me, it was the Grand Slam. I wanted to kill all four, and at first, you know, just like anything, I'd take one trip a year. I'd go out of state one trip. Started with a Rio in Texas, went to Montana, got to Merriam. The year after that, year 2023, I killed my big one in the living room. I was showing you that big deer. Like I was coming in off that, I was like, I'm gonna go out on my own and turkey hunt and try to get properties and try to get this Osceola. When I killed that Osceola, I had so much. It was terrible killing him, and Florida's tough. But after I got him killed, I loved it so much. I was like, I'm just gonna keep going and see what I can do. And I think I'm 22 states deep now, and it's fun because like I take her with me, and I mean it takes a little longer, but like the way I see it, if I finish it, we'll go back and I get to watch her complete hers. Now we're going for the 49, which is just a personal thing. It's not a race. It's not a I'm better than deal. It's just we love it. I mean, some of the closest friends I got, I met hunting turkeys, and they live 10 hours away. I mean, it's pretty special.
Yeah.
And just every turkey you kill is a blessing, dude. Just because
Yes.
I got pictures of them right now in Ohio, man. I could hold 4 of them right in my hand like this, 4 little chicks. To get from that to a big old strutting gobbling turkey, I mean that's a blessing, you know.
Oh yeah.
And
the challenge and what you learn from it too, because for those of y'all know that I've only got one, but I'm talking with people that got way more experience and that I look up to for stuff like this. And I mean, but I think, you know, anytime you go, man, you learn and you get more on fire.
I mean,
for
look
it.
at what me and you accomplished with you just texting. I mean, you come this close to killing a turkey. I mean, just me and you talking over the phone.
Y'all don't want to watch that. Don't watch that video again. No.
It's a good video,
That's a
man.
good video, you know, and I'm
That's
telling,
educational.
like we said earlier, you know, the hardest part, I say you got them killed when you got them in front of you. You know, the pulling the trigger that's the easy part. Getting them in front of you, that's the real part. That's the hunt part about it. And you know, we've all had a miss. You turkey hunt long enough, you're gonna have a miss. You know?
Yeah.
I commend you for sticking it out and getting him up
Yeah.
there.
So,
You fooled him completely.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and so because here's the story behind this. For those of y'all that don't know, I think I did tell y'all a little bit about it, but that whole morning I pretty much went place to place, and I didn't hear much, but that particular place where I missed that turkey that y'all saw, the 10-yard miss, I heard that gobbler the same morning, but he only gobbled 3 times. I think once he flew down or was done, he just shut up. And then he didn't gobble again.
Yep.
And then that evening, I was just going to chill. I'd do nothing in the house. But then I texted this guy. I was like, dude, I haven't heard anything. Or he's like, dude, I would bet he's going to gobble sometime mid-afternoon or something like that. So I was like, okay. So I go back. I try locating, calling, and I didn't hear anything. And I texted him again. I was like, I don't know, man. I think I put everything up for that day. And then he says, dude, if I were you, I'd go back out there in the evening. I was like, really? He's like, oh yeah. And then, and while he's doing this, while I'm doing that, trying to call in a turkey in North Carolina, this dude and this gal is in Indiana hunting a turkey all day. I think he was going after that bird, right?
For 2 days. All day for 2 days. It
Yeah.
took me and my buddy Blake to kill this bird in Indiana, and he was he was a bear, but looking back at it now, he taught me a ton. It was a field turkey. This was like the smartest bird, man, and he would stand out in the middle of a field that was 800 yards long and just stand there and strut. Never come out strut with hens.
800 yards away?
Long. Yeah, I caught him coming back to the roost. Like he walked up on a hill with these hens, and one hen would fly, and he bah. The next hen would take a bah. And then the third one flew, and he gobbled again. And I was
he was saying goodnight.
Yeah, he was tucking them in. My buddy Blake, I'm sure he won't mind me saying this. We sat there so long, Blake peed on himself. Blake had to pee. That turkey strutting and gobbling coming right towards me, and Blake's like, I just want you to know, man, I'm peeing on myself. He said, that's how much I care.
I'm sure he won't mind that you told that story.
Shout out my boy Blake.
That's what best friends are for, right?
Yeah.
I've got another funny story. Well, just to that, I'm sure Jonathan wants it on the YouTube at some point, but relating to that, but yeah, so this was all happening. I didn't know about you, Blake, peeing. I didn't know anything about that. So this is a surprise to me, but while that's happening, I'm over here and I just missed one at 10 yards. So folks, this is who I was relating to. It was like he was there behind me, but he was more like 20 hours away from me. And we're texting back and forth and he's helping me get on this bird. And I think I knew off the get-go to call very light, because what I've learned from him and other people, if you overcall a bird, he's going to assume that you're going to come in. Mm-hmm. But if you remain silent and call every once in a while, which I did, and every little time I called, every 4 or 5 minutes, he'd move 50 yards or 80 yards closer. Yeah. And before we know it, he was 10 yards in front of me, and dummy me and missed. Yeah. But no, that's a hilarious story. I did not know that happened.
Oh man, I got a pile of them, man. Turkeys will drag you through nonsense, man. Me and Kristen's been crying one minute and happy as jumping up and down the next minute, man. It's just, that's what's so fun about it. Last year, in all seriousness, we got in a huge dry spell in 2 states, and I come to pieces, I ain't gonna lie about it. I was talking down on myself, like, just, man, I thought I could do this, blah, 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 and just let them get in my head, man. I had to come out of it like it happens. In the middle of a 16-day trip, I had to, get my mind right. So they've taught me things about myself, Like, I drove plumb through the night to Maine. She did, too. We just took turns sleeping. Never stopped, drove to Maine, killed us a bird, and she yelped one in by herself. I wasn't even there.
Really?
Killed it on her own.
Yep. Maine and up north is just a really cool, and a lot of people probably know this, but if the property isn't posted, you can just go in, right? So it's
public land.
Like
wild
public,
feeling,
right?
Yeah, it's weird.
So,
you park in people's driveway and get out and go.
Yeah, and it don't feel right at first, but yeah, we ended up seeing one, and Landon dropped me out, and I thought, well, I'll just see if I can get him to come up to me.
Pouring rain.
It was pouring rain, and I was like, well, let's see if I can get on him. And I just lightly called, and he hammered, and I was like, whoa! I was like, this is awesome, okay. And we did that 3 more times where he came right up through the woods to me. So some of them, like I said, they make you feel like you're a dang star in the woods, and some of them just make you feel like the silliest person on earth. But we do have a lot of fun chasing. You got to remember the chase. You got to remember why you're out there doing it, right? It's not all about the killing, and I think sometimes we get really eat up with that part of it.
I do, especially.
Yeah. It's so easy to do, and you get really hard on yourself and down on yourself, but you got to remember, hey, I don't have to work today. I can spend the whole day in the woods. I get to spend time with my husband. So we really got to bring ourselves back sometimes when we're kind of in the weeds.
And I'm bad about it with whitetails too.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'll be like that deer right there, heavy dude. I mean, I was fully. You can ask her. I mean, I was fully committed to that deer, and it's just sometimes, man. Like when I killed him, it was like sad. Like I mean, I was glad I got him.
Yeah.
And everything, but I was like, man, like I finally, it took me till I was like literally like 26 years old to realize that like I enjoyed everything that led up to him being on the wall. Like I like the work. You can ask her every day, even when I'm doing work for mechanic work to make a living, I'm doing something to get closer to a big deer. Am I not?
Yeah.
Every day.
And
like, dude, just that one right there, like when I killed him, I was like, man, it's really over. You know, like that big one in there, that was a quick one. But like him right there, dude, that deer right there outwitted me way more than that real big one did. I mean, it's just, it means a lot to me, you know, and that's why he's where he's at. But it is a bittersweet thing with a deer. Now, sometimes a turkey, I'm tickled, boy. I'm like, finally, I got you, boy. When I got
they all
him,
look the same. Yeah, almost.
Man, when I got him in my hand, they look the same, man. But that's what's special about a turkey is, man, I've set up on 100 turkeys, and they ain't never the same.
The personalities are different.
Yeah, they are, but like the situation's different. Like, man, I mean, that main turkey, I was behind which I probably looked like Shaquille O'Neal hiding behind a tree, but it was an aspen tree, and I was just like, man, this is crazy. I'm hiding behind an aspen tree, about to lean out here and shoot this turkey. Florida, I swam.
But he killed that turkey probably at 7:30 p.m.
Yeah,
oh wow!
He was out there strutting and gobbling.
With
like,
Jakes, he was hot as could be.
Yeah,
really.
So
I've swam through water to kill turkeys.
That's the fun part about turkeys. I think is like you can go all day. They'll do that all day long, and I
turkeys
love that.
only move in the
I thought the same thing.
Yeah.
I thought the same thing. I told Jonathan. I said, deer. I mean, the only time you can catch a deer or a big buck on their feet in the mid-afternoon or like 12, 1 o'clock, middle afternoon is during the rut. But any other time, they ain't gonna move as much. But a turkey, it's like human for most of the time. You wake up in the morning, you go back to sleep at night.
Exactly.
But they're up all the time, and that's what's so fun about turkey hunting.
Yeah, I do love that part.
Deer, you have to play a whole nother game. Like, you get to a point where, like deer, I'm only going in there when I think it's right, when I have the best chance, when the weather's right, when I haven't been putting pressure on it, when the moon's right, when the wind's right, when all that stuff combines together, dude, that is a key that is going to unlock that buck for you. That all that together is going to unlock the safe and open it up, and you kill them good deer on days like that. Just so I hunt as little as possible for deer. Turkeys, I'm all in. If it's raining, snowing, sleeting, I'm going after them. And that's what's cool about turkeys. And you do, I mean, dude, me and her hunt them from March to the end of May, and I mean. That's I wish we could have more of it. By the end of deer season, I'm exhausted, dude. I'm ready for it to be over.
Oh yeah,
when you're hunting other states, you know, Ohio don't go out till February, and I mean it's a lot of hunting, a lot of driving back and forth, man. It's a lot that goes into these deer, and I respect them for sure, man. Speaking
of stories, I was gonna say this one is pretty similar to what he said about Blake about the turkey hunting conversation again. But like I said, you learn so much and all that. But here's the funny thing. This hunt, I wasn't on this one, but I was on the same bird a couple days after. But me and John Boy went after a gobbler. Late season. He wasn't interested in no hens or anything at this point. But the bottom fell. I got soaked, and I was like, what am I even doing here? But I was that determined to get a turkey. Yeah. I've never killed a gobbler or like a tom like that. Yeah. And then long story short, we got on him. We just couldn't connect. He started gobbling, but he was around hens. Later in the afternoon, everything was drying up. It was getting hot outside again. But he went behind the hill and bred with a hen, and because you knew he didn't say anything else. Right. But then a couple days later, John Boy takes his buddy Randy. Shout out to Randy if you're watching. And I hope you're okay saying this too. But me saying this, but they were on that same bird, and he was with a flock of half a dozen hens. I mean, they watched everything. They watched breeding, and Jonathan got a lot of it on film. They watched the breeding. They watched hens fight. Yep. But it took them forever to get him in because they're out with a flock, and they were about a couple hundred yards away. But finally, they come in.
Trust me, I know that feeling, dude.
Randy connects on that bird. But the funniest part is, when that bird was flopping, Randy and Jonathan take off of the ground blind. Next thing you know it, Randy's pants fell off while he was running to go get the turkey.
Oh my gosh.
Dang.
I saw that film and I was like, oh my gosh.
That's pretty good.
And Jonathan was just dying laughing behind the phone while he was chasing the turkey and his pants slipped off.
Man, turkeys have the best stories, man. I mean, one
Oh,
time
that's fun.
I was laying flat on my belly, dude, facing the ground, sprawled out like a starfish, and Kristyn's just sitting here on this ridge, and this turkey, we flushed his hens on purpose and run them away when he walked over this hill. We were in Kansas.
Yeah.
And this turkey come back standing on his tippy toes strutting looking for these hens. And finally they got up there and she shot and she took off. And I jumped up, man, and I looked and she was laying on the ground. And that gobbler was flopping and Kristyn was laying on the ground. I was like, what is
We were
happening?
having a tussle. He
That
pushed
turkey,
me over.
she let old turkey whoop her, man.
Yeah, we was having a little tussle on the ground.
Sometimes they'll get you in a tussle, but they're super fun and like just some of the best moments of my life have been in the woods with her. I mean, we had a morning in Indiana that was just her Virginia bird, man. I mean, just she always gets the good ones. Mine are never this way. Like, dude, hers are landing at our feet, and I mean, dude, her bird in Illinois. It was the first day. We hadn't been there an hour, and I walked up and just looked at this field. Me and her were just looking at it, and I said, I just heard a turkey gobble, and she was like, you're crazy.
I said, no, that was a dog.
She said, nah, it wasn't. She's always second guessing everything. And,
well, I thought there's no way that we just walked up and
I thought this. I saw that maybe I'm just hopefully thinking, and I look across that field and two longbeards step out at 290 yards, and I said, get down. we called them right. Literally called them right to us, and she shot one at 15 yards.
They came in the woods with us where we were. Yeah. We were like, oh no! And then he came back out and like stepped out like 15 yards, and I was like,
dude, I said kill him, and she shot him and
kill him.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it's like that, and other times we struggle. Missouri, she killed a coyote. That was pretty awesome. It's a bigger one than that one too, and she face popped that one, and that was wild. That was pretty cool.
That was too long ago, I don't think the coyote was it. I think I saw that.
That was Missouri. Yeah. That was April 20th. I killed a turkey that morning.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a good day, yeah.
Yeah, I could go on all night. I mean, I love it. The deer is like somebody told me one time, I don't remember who it was, but I always like this. They say duck hunting's the most fun, turkey's the biggest adrenaline rush, and deer's the most rewarding. And that's always kind of stuck with me, man.
I've never thought about it like that.
Yeah. Like deer hunting, dude, every one I've ever stuck with an arrow and walked up to it, and just every deer you've seen and I showed you tonight, I had a story with that deer and I knew that deer. I'm not lucky. Like, dude, I'm not lucky enough to go. Maybe that one I told you, my buddy said you can only shoot this one.
Yeah.
That was kind of luck. But other than that, dude, like, these are all planned
I will
assassinations.
attest that Landon is not lucky.
Yeah.
I can attest to that.
Yeah. So, I mean, dude, it's all, if I can do it, anybody can. And some people are lucky, and they're good. Some people are great hunters, and they just always seem to be in the right place. And, man, that's something that's incredible to have. You know, turkeys, man, we work for birds. All anybody ever sees is the picture on Instagram.
Yeah.
Me and her bicker at each other, and I mean, we
walk
miles,
days.
dude. Yeah, like it's fun and we love it.
Yeah,
you know?
my feet haven't recovered from turkey season really. I'm telling you, it's rough days out there. So.
Well, I mean, and you know, a lot of people, I think one thing, and I know which kind of started, we didn't like ask so many questions and say, hey, how does this work, how does this work? We just started talking and just kind of like, we just went on as a conversation. This is a great thing you can do about a podcast.
Yeah.
Especially when you know each other and very common as well. But I will have to ask though, and as we're in the discussion of turkey hunting, a lot of people get down and depressed or very worried about turkey calling. That some people say, oh, he won't come in. I'm gobbling all I can. Well, it's because you're calling too much, and he's expecting you to come to you. I mean, and I know it's different for other people, but what's your tactics on turkey calling?
My tactic is I have spent a ton of time trying to understand him. a turkey don't just gobble for no reason. Even if he's standing there in the middle of the woods and there's no turkeys around him, he's gobbling for a reason. He's called them up to that spot before. Really understanding what they're saying has been my biggest help, man. Like when I'm clucking, purring, and he's gobbling, and I keep clucking and purring like I'm just feeding around, he gets so fired. He'll start double gobbling like I'm right here. Why are you not? And I mean, he's going crazy, dude, because you're not responding back, and like sometimes you can get in their head that way. It's all about situations, and like with your turkey, yeah, you probably wouldn't have had to have called to him so much, but you've got him a visual. He's got decoys to look at. See, we don't ever hardly use them,
right?
And when they don't, just because we're out of state and stuff, and it's a lot, but not that I wouldn't if I needed to.
Yeah.
And just when they don't have nothing to look at, I think that's when it's important to understand what that hen's saying. Obviously, we know what the gobbler's saying, but you want to know why he's saying it. Every move a gobbler makes is calculated, dude. These things ain't stupid, man. I don't care what anybody thinks. A turkey is a ninja, and they're hard to. They have outdone me a ton. But that's a long-winded answer. I'm sorry, but that's my tactic. That's understanding the language, and that's something I still haven't. You know, the more I get into this, dude, I've heard hens strutting and gobble. I've seen them strut and gobble like hens. They've done things
that's rare, but that's amazing.
Yeah,
I
mean,
it's
people
aggressive.
Can get them to do it.
Yeah.
People can get them to do it, and again, a turkey. I've said about the deer. I'm just a student, man. I'm just trying to get better. And my big thing is me and her just never quit. Like, dude, we never get out of the woods. We hate cutoff times. I starve her to death, walk her miles, and a lot of times we get our bird, man. I mean, that's
there you go.
A lot of people leave and give up. Me and her don't give up.
Yeah. I think you really got to be willing to pivot, you know, a lot. Like, I think a lot of people, like, to Landon's point, you really need to know the language of that hen. What each sound that she's making, what does that mean? And I think when you can really dial in on that, and you can kind of figure out what the Tom likes, you know, because he really likes it when you're getting on him and you're really trying to call him in, but maybe it puts a little pressure on him when he feels a little ignored. You know, you're kind of just like feeding around, making feeding noises, and he's like, man, I gotta go to her because she's not giving me the time of day.
Yeah.
But every Tom is different, you know, and I think
they are, and I think that they're not always killable. I think that every turkey on the planet has a time where he is vulnerable and you can kill him, but some days we'll walk in a place and they're quiet.
Oh, yeah.
You can't get one to do nothing. 24 hours the next day, my buddy Patrick always says it's like a light flips. And the switch flips, and dude, you run into birds on accident and kill them.
And you know, I want to say something about patience because we talked about that earlier a little bit.
A lot of people struggle with that.
I think I 8 or 9 times out of 10 when me and Landon either leave the woods with the turkey or we don't. We say if we were patient and that's why we killed him, or we weren't patient enough and that's why we didn't. And there are a lot of times where he does hear you, but he just doesn't respond. Yeah. And he'll come to a call, but you got to be patient enough to sit there and wait for him. And when he doesn't respond, you're thinking, well, you know, he's not going to come, and you get up or whatever. And we've scared a lot of Toms away like that, just not being patient enough.
That's what I was fitting to say. Do you know how she knows this? It's because I have screwed up so many times, dude. Like,
yeah, just because he's not gobbling doesn't mean.
And I'm going to be honest,
coming.
it don't help. Like, me and her will be bouncing it. Sometimes I don't need to hear nothing. You know, sometimes she don't need to hear. And I don't mean that to be rude. I'm like, sometimes you just need to follow your own thoughts, man. But I cannot tell you, like, you see me killing turkeys and stuff, but imagine how many I've run off, man.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, dude, that... Tom Kelly always said the turkey will let you know when you mess up, man. So the turkey will let you know when you're doing right, when you're doing wrong.
Yeah.
And I love it, dude. I'm slap eat up. I'm a dang turkey fanatic. I ain't gonna lie to you. I love my whitetails, and I do put a lot of time and effort into them. But to me, like, that's like baseball and football, man. Like, you know, like, it's 2 different games, and I love them both. I really do. But turkey hunting is just. Dude, I just can't get enough, man.
And one thing I think to add on to the calling thing is to try to have an arsenal, right, of things that you can have. Like, a lot of people, you know, or get really good on a slate, and that's awesome. And you know, he might eat that up. But if you can have you know, all your weapons, you got your slate call, a mouth call, a box call. He might really like one of those and really not.
I've heard those conversations before.
Yeah, and that's so true. I mean,
at all times. You can ask her. I've got a tube call. I've got a the trumpet is new to this year.
Yes.
I wore that thing out
We
this
have
year.
tried everything in there, and he'll hit that trumpet, and he'll bah, you know. So it's like it's
The trumpet. That's the one you suck into almost like a straw.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I got one over there. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think just having different options, if you can, like, learn it, you know, and all year, I'll tell you, Landon's running this call all around our house. Like, it'll be 6 a.m., he's running this call like it ain't nothing. So,
Right here's a bunch of
the more practice you can
calls.
get
There you go, sunrise, baby.
with the different kinds of calls, I think is really important. So that you have more to work with when you're in the woods.
Yeah, now for somebody like me, I can't do no mouth call. Boy, it tickles.
It takes
But
time.
it does take time.
You
Yeah.
But I love a slate call like the one that Scooter does.
Yeah.
Yep.
They sound
And
good.
here's what's even funny: if you got a voice good enough, I mean, I was able to call him in with the slate, but when he got right there, 60 yards, I just went with my regular voice, and he hammered, and that next thing I see, he is coming.
That's awesome.
So-
That's so cool. Yeah.
That is really cool.
Yeah,
But-
yeah, no, I agree. Some people can just use their dang voice and get it done, which is really awesome. So, but that's cool, right? You had different tactics in that moment that you were able to work with.
Right.
That's awesome. So,
Yeah, and see, I mean, all that went great, but then it depends on the situation. That turkey was behind woods. He couldn't see you very well, and you couldn't see him very well either. If it was in an open field, I think as a gun hunter or anything what you're using, you don't want him seeing you, and that's why I think you would like to have a mouth call or your natural voice.
right.
Because if you get a slate call, that's the thing. It would be beneficial for me to do mouth call or just to keep using my natural voice. Because
Your hands free.
right, because if you're just using the gun, you got to move, and it's hard to do it one-handed.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why I think, because I never forget, when I killed my first ever turkey, I was with John Boy, and I could hear him in the background on the camera saying, "Dang, I wish I had a mouth call."
Yeah. No kidding. Yeah.
Because them two jakes were all over. I mean, there's no decoys, but we were in the woods. So they come from behind us, out in front of us. So they were all looking. So you make one little move, they gone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, that's so true. That's the really wonderful thing about a mouth call is you can be hands free. They
It's
can't
by
see you
far
moving.
my favorite.
Yeah, it's good.
My favorite turkeys. I don't care who shoots them. I just want to be there and call them. But dude, when somebody says it's 2 o'clock in the day, me and hers got whooped all day, and we knock on the door, and these people are like, "Sure, go ahead." We walk in on this ground we've never been on. I hit him with a mouth yupper. I strike him. We kill him. There ain't nothing. That turkey she killed in Illinois, I had no vest on. I had 2 mouth calls.
Y'all just went there to kill him.
Yeah.
That's
and
how it works.
Dude, a mouth call, you can use it in a tornado. It don't matter how hard it rains, you can use that joker. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and see, my dad's got a lot of those, but like I've tried them, and it
You just
really
gotta
tickles my
Yeah.
boy.
I can tell you. I mean, we can talk about this later when we're not on the camera. But I mean, dude, you can do it, and I can tell you how. You're just gonna have to keep it in your mouth every time you drive somewhere. Just put it in your mouth and get used to it. Trust me, dude. I used to put it in my mouth and gag so bad I was like gonna throw up. Now it's nothing. You can ask her, dude. I mean, I taught myself how to do it.
Yeah, Landon literally forced it upon himself.
Yeah, I was tired of it.
No, really,
I
really.
wanted it that bad. I was just
Yeah.
like, man, I want to mouth call, and I made myself do it, and I know you can too, because I can.
Yep, that's why it's so beneficial. Well, I mean, and I know we've. Oh, and a couple more things about on the turkey hunting side.
Sure.
I mean, and y'all have done the Grand Slam and all that, and maybe if you want to explain the differences between the different turkeys, you notice their different personalities or their gobbles or whatever.
Yeah.
Or if you'd like to also mention about the fact that these two local North Carolinians went to Hawaii to hunt turkeys.
Yeah, we
that was
sure
a-
did.
that was
That was
awesome.
a journey. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the species are in America is an eastern, a Rio, and a Merriam, and an Osceola. Merriams are on the west coast. Your Rios are kind of in Hawaii, and they're kind of splattered about, really.
Yeah,
Kind of
variable.
Texas, Oklahoma,
Mm-hmm.
way down south.
Yeah.
Florida is the only state in the country that you can kill an Osceola in, which is what makes him incredibly difficult.
They're just Florida,
That's
yeah.
all that Kristyn lacks. Kristyn gets her Osceola. Kristyn needs a big Merriam gobbler, but Kristyn has killed a Merriam turkey, so I mean,
That wasn't that your first ever one, wasn't it?
Yeah, my first ever one. Yep.
Those are the most beautiful ones, I think.
They are beautiful, and you know what? He's gobbling like a grown man.
He come in there gobbling. Yeah, so them Merriams is like, they're great to hunt in this beautiful country, but like an Easterner about blow your hat off when he gobbles, you know.
Oh, I know.
Them Merriams, man, they're that's what it sounds like.
It sounds like a pet turkey.
It's way
nothing.
Yeah. To me, I was disappointed in the gobbles, but man, they work to a call. Like if you can get in, it's always like them Merriams to me seem like they had a destination in mind, dude, and they just walked to it. You got to get in front of them jokers. Me and her got in front of that one and 2 other ones, and they come right in my lap, and we killed them.
Yeah, they did.
And they stood there and just gobbled. That other one was just flopping, and they just.
Yeah.
Well, see, the cool thing about the Merriams is that they're the biggest body one I think of for species of turkeys.
Merriams are big.
30 pounds, I think.
The Eastern is the biggest all the way around.
Really?
The Eastern's known for having the longest beards. The Eastern's known for having the longest spurs. The Eastern's known for having the biggest bodies. I killed one in Indiana, 25.80 pounds.
Whoa, that's a big bird.
Eastern gobbler.
He was a big one.
There was one hanging out behind my house, and I swore it looked like, I think it was bigger than that one. Like,
man, I tell her all the time, like, dude, when we're hunting them and we hadn't seen one in a while, they look like they're 50 pounds blowed up out there in
They
the
do.
field. I'm like, man, how?
But then when they get back to normal, they look
20-pound
like,
turkey.
what happened to you?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, you lost half your weight.
Yeah, that's so true. And you know, I think Rios are really fun though. Like
Rios are fun, and that's what's in Hawaii. And Hawaii was just like not what I pictured, dude. Like I shot my turkey on public land. That one right there was a public land turkey, 10,000 foot of elevation, 2:30 in the day on opening day, and it was mountains out there, man. I wasn't. We hunted mountains in Hawaii, and I was like, man, this is wild.
yeah, you know, we were
cool.
on the big island of Hawaii, and the elevation was so high. The first day we were,
I was sick as a dog.
And it felt, when you walked a mile, it felt like you walked 10. I mean,
it's a lot different than being here.
Oh yeah,
so out of breath, and it was just, you know, and you kind of get used to it, but. I'd say those are true Rios. They're real small. You know,
they are
petite.
small turkeys, 16, 17-pound birds.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
But now them Kansas Rios we killed, and they were both Rios, but they were like Eastern hybrids. I think,
I think they were
huge.
hybrids because they were really big. Like they were as big as an Eastern, but they looked like a Rio.
Yeah.
And,
they gobbled like Easterns.
Yeah, they had a deep, hard gobble, and the Rios, they just really don't have that hard gobble like an Eastern does.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's just why ain't nothing like an Eastern gobble. I mean, it'll vibrate your soul, you know.
I know it. And Osceolas are pretty loud too.
Osceolas
can be loud. Yeah.
Once I got them on a call, they worked great. I just couldn't find one, dude. Like I never hunted a state as long as I hunted Florida to kill one.
Yeah, that was rough.
I mean, some states have took me years, but I stayed in Florida for 11 days. Like Ohio took me a few years, but I probably only hunted it a total of 6-7 days in those 3 years.
Yeah.
But it's an adventure, man, and it teaches you a lot. You spend a lot of money in tags, but in my opinion, it's the cheapest form of traveling and hunting you can do.
Really?
I only travel to Ohio and Virginia for whitetails and North Carolina.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
turkeys, I'll go anywhere. But I mean, shout out to Missouri. Their licensing system is ridiculous, man, for turkeys. For one turkey tag and one license, it was $309 for me to kill a bird.
Yeah, there's some states that are just really expensive, and I think like if you're gonna travel and do it, that's probably something to consider. It's like, cause not, I mean, you know, unless you're somebody special, we don't have unlimited money to spend, you know, and so kind of finding the best way that works for you. But I mean, some of these states, it's $350 or more to kill a turkey, and that's expensive, you know. And you got to buy the tag whether you kill the turkey or not. So you want to plan really good, make sure you can do, you know, your diligence as much as you can before you get there.
Same, and I mean, it's the same with deer. Like, I mean, dude, I do deer all year round. You know, turkeys, you can just go in there and kill them. Like these spots. Like in Ohio, you can ask her, I will literally drive to Ohio 20 times, dude, till September. From now till September. Ridiculous. I gotta use Banyo. Y'all want to talk for a minute?
He's fine.
You excuse me for a minute?
Yeah, that's fine.
Y'all do.
He'll be right back, folks.
Let me go around you.
Yeah, that's fine.
You're
But-
good. You ain't gotta move, man.
Oh, okay. But, well, and I think, you know, and when we close about the turkey session, like, I think, you know, that turkey hunting is so awesome. And like what Joe Drake said on my podcast,
Yeah.
you, every time you go out there, and, you know, you can learn some stuff on TV,
Oh, yeah.
but I feel like especially the older hunting shows, I feel like, what any hunt show really, they cut out a lot of what you don't see and all that, but
absolutely.
I feel like every time you go out there on your own, you learn something different every hunt.
That is so true. That is so true. I mean, we talked about it a little bit earlier, but it took me years to actually, like, kill one, you know, but I didn't quit. I never gave up. A lot of people, I know so many people that just, you know, had a bad turkey hunt, and they're like, this kind of sucks, you know, but, and that's okay, but, you know, it really is, like, every time an experience and something to be learned from every hunt. I mean, I can think about every single one, and I either learn something about him or I learn something about me, you know, and I just love that part of it. It's really a lot of fun. So, yeah. Turkey hunting's probably my favorite. I'm a feather girl, definitely. I love
There
feathers.
she goes. Ladies and gentlemen, Landon's been replaced.
Yes, Landon has been replaced. He's so handsome.
And folks, this is, what's the name again?
This is Festus.
This is Festus, the
old basset hound.
Basset Hound.
He ain't worth nothing but good looks. So,
And he actually doesn't track deer. That's
No.
what I heard.
no, we ain't never tried, but he's
I bet he could. I bet he could.
he's pretty good at sitting on the couch. You know, he does pretty good at that. And whining and eating food.
I tell you something funny about my Shih Tzu, and for those of y'all have seen my shorts, just the other day we were at the beach, and my dog does this all the time. Yeah, this is Shih Tzu. I am not joking. When that dog sees animals, especially deer, when they get shot and take off, that dog just goes nuts.
Really?
Oh yeah, and we've even had the conversation about, I wonder if we should put that thing on the blood trail, and I bet
You should try.
because we would play deer hunting, literally, in our house. When my brother was younger,
Yeah,
we would play deer hunting,
yeah.
and we would go, man, and that dog would go, just chase you all through the house and just love every bit of it.
That is so funny. Oh my gosh.
But it was funny, and I even sent it to the man himself, Michael White. I said, this is one of your deer hunts, and this is what your dog thinks about it. And he took off after that TV, and I was like, this is awesome.
That is so cool.
But
Very cool.
but no, I think we've had a great conversation as far as the turkey hunting goes.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
And plus I still will continue to learn from them about turkey hunting, because like I said, I'm still on step one of this. I've killed a Jake, and that's all I've got, but
Hey,
we'll see when that long beard comes.
you know
You'll
what?
get it, man. Just
Yeah.
don't give up.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing
And
about
patience,
you
too.
is you're not going to give up, and that's what
Yeah.
it takes, man. You just can't
I
give
agree.
up. I mean,
Yeah.
And let me tell you, man, North Carolina turkeys are tough birds.
that's the stuff.
So that's why I'm thinking it was already like a win for me when I called that thing in.
Absolutely.
Dude, you
for me.
looked him. Like, I think I might have commented on your video.
You
like,
did.
That turkey gave you everything you wanted. The only thing you didn't get to do was grab his bloody old head.
Yeah.
And dude, you will learn. Like, eventually, that's not gonna. Eventually, it's gonna be that communication deal, dude. When I call
Yep.
one in for her and she shoots it, man. I mean, I gotta be honest. I'm trying to check a list off, and I'm proud of the turkeys I killed and everything. But dude, I'm more proud of her. Dude, that Indiana bird. That's a background screen on my phone, man. I didn't even kill that turkey. Like, it means the world to me to watch her face light up when she shoots big turkeys.
Oh, absolutely.
Truly
And I feel
loves
like-
it, and,
yeah.
like, I'm at a place I didn't know.
Yeah.
I would be in.
And watching other people harvest, I think you get more excited for them. Like my buddy Jonathan, when I killed my first turkey, he was shaking.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
there ain't nothing like it. And I mean,
And I'll
he
be
was.
throwing up, and Kristen killed the turkey, and I'm over there dry heaving.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
So serious.
Yeah,
This
I
man
throw
will-
up a lot
He
when I
throws
kill
up when he
turkeys.
kills turkeys. I
Really?
think
What,
it's
just the adrenaline
I
rush?
think so.
I guess, man.
I think so, yeah.
I puked all over the place.
I'm surprised I ain't puked here when I killed a buck yet or anything.
I'm calm with the deer until after the shot. I always go.
Yeah. I'll tell you, the most nervous I ever got hunting a deer. You would think it was one of those big bucks, but not one of them did I get this nervous. The most nervous I got is when my dad and I hunted out of my old boss's farm, his barn. We shot 2 deer at the same time.
Yeah,
That's
it's
so
on the channel
cool.
too. Now,
What did
unfortunately,
you say about the
so it was minutes before dark, so we had to go. But y'all know the whole video and story, everything behind it. They'll see it. But we rehearsed, like we said, Daddy, wouldn't it be cool if we could do this?
Yeah.
Well, we didn't know that thought would turn to reality.
Yeah.
I said, Daddy, we can do this. But then when he saw the window, we was literally hunting out of a very tiny window.
Wow.
Like it was no bigger than the chair. So we ought to put both our guns there, and those deer were close, like 60 yards.
Oh, wow.
So I had my 308. He's got his, I got my 308. He's got the 30-06.
Okay.
And I said, he told me, I told Daddy, I said, you're going to be the one to tell me.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know this at the time, but he was going to wait until I shot.
Okay.
So it was more like a type situation.
Right.
So his deer dropped at the initial reaction. So he spined the deer and he fell, and mine took off. We didn't find no blood or anything until Dad said a prayer 30 minutes later. And this one's what gives you chills. He saw a no bigger than probably the corner of my fingernail.
Wow.
A tiny thing of blood. Then another drop. There she was right there.
Wow. That's crazy.
So God answers prayers.
Yeah.
Shot around the shoulder. It didn't go past through.
Man,
Yeah.
let me tell
That's
you.
why. But no, right. I wasn't really nervous at that moment. But right after it happened, I said, I think we just did this. Y'all, I was... I was...
So cool.
I told them, I said, I've never shaken so bad in my life.
Yeah.
That's a doe, y'all. That's a doe.
Yeah.
But what me and Dad did, that's what I wanted. I said, this tops my year.
Yeah, that's so
that's it.
cool, man. That's awesome.
I encourage anybody to find something that makes them.
Yeah, do that. You know, really. I mean, people like you said.
Just
they're
don't
really-
heave like Landon does.
No, he's
Yeah.
he lets it out.
Yeah.
I'll have to be on one of those hunts for that, to see that.
Yeah,
Dude, if
the
I
first
caught
time.
you in a big turkey and you shot it, I'd be all fixes for sure.
Yeah, I mean, so on the way to Hawaii, actually, Landon was really sick. He started like throwing up, like on
my.
the plane, like to Hawaii. He's like, getting really sick. And so day one, I mean, he's like green, you know. But
Oh, gosh.
we're going. He killed a turkey the first day, and he
Dude,
threw
that
up,
got
and I
killed.
thought, oh, okay, well, this is normal for
She
Landon.
asked me, she was like, are you going to be able to carry that turkey out of here? That's how sick I was.
Yeah. And
Wow.
he threw up once, and I thought, oh, okay, well, this is normal for Landon, you know. Then he threw up 2, 3, 4, 5 more times, and I was
Whoa.
like, I think he's actually just really sick.
Yeah. She was driving us off that mountain, and I was like, stop right here. And I would get out and throw up and get back in, and she'd drive a little bit. We had that turkey in the bag. It was just like all that adrenaline and stuff. And
Yeah.
I was sick, and it tore me up. Man, I bet I sat there with it for an hour, and she was finally like, all right, are you ready to go?
Yeah, I was like, are you, like, okay enough to go? And he had that turkey in his hand, he was throwing up, saying, never give up, never give up. I was like, oh, yeah. I was like,
That's
one
hilarious.
for the memory bank, definitely.
But we got a lot of stories to tell. I mean, we could go on and on and
We
on,
could,
but deer hunting real quick. I mean,
Yes.
you got a couple good stories to tell, and not only that, but just the big deer you've gotten here. And if you don't mind, in a minute, can we share the folks that deadhead back there?
Oh, no, I don't care, man.
Yeah, let's go grab her.
I don't know what you
Folks,
want.
this is a big deer. Where was this found at again?
So I had this deer on camera for 2 years. I let it walk in 24. I called him Dale, and last year I had him on camera every day. He got EHD. This is from Ohio, South Ohio,
Yep,
Southern
it's on our
Ohio.
deer lease in Ohio.
And there's 2 of them, but this was the best one I found, and he fell off the wall and broke his nose. So that deer was in full
Oh,
velvet
so he
when
fell.
died.
Oh, so he broke his nose.
When he fell off the wall, but this deer was in full velvet when he died. It was in the summer times when they get EHD, and that's a 50 class deer right there.
That's you folks. That's a big deer right there, and this is why he called it Dale. The 3 for Dale Earnhardt. So do it for Dale.
Do it
Yeah.
for Dale.
But that's a big deer. But that's one of the most heartbreaking things about hunting is you. And this is the thing where I think there's mixed emotions about hunting for certain people. As we as hunters, you hate to see that happen to a deer.
Yeah.
But then all the people that would like to protest would say, well, it don't make no difference because you're going out there shooting them anyway. What?
My bad, buddy.
Yeah.
No, you're good. I felt it and I knew it was. But what do you have to say to, like, for people that don't understand it because, like, oh, that's cruelty, or that's because then you're upset that you saw this deer die of sickness, but it's a different feeling as hunters when you harvest them and they're still dead. How do you explain that to folks that don't understand it?
You're asking me.
Okay.
So I would like to put an argument out first, and then what I would say is people that talk to me like that, I always ask them what have they done for a deer, because I've been over backwards for deer, not just for these deer, dude. I feed all the deer.
Right.
I take care of all the deer. I mean, I do my best to do it legally and do
for
it
a healthy herd.
do it
is what
right.
Right.
We
like
want a
to have.
healthy herd where me and her are bow hunters. In my opinion, a well-placed arrow is the most ethical kill. Like I would go as far as to say as I love deer more than most people. Like,
oh yeah,
I love whitetail deer, and to me they're, especially when I'm in pursuit of, man, to me is like a friend. You know, that's my argument. Is like those people that say that are just looking at them driving down the road, man. Like, I'm involved with deer.
yeah.
Like,
Well, a lot of people
what
like
have they
watching.
done for deer?
Right, exactly. And like I said, I'm not one of those people by any means, but I'm trying to ask, like, from what certain people's perspective is
Sure.
like,
Sure.
how do you explain that to people that don't understand it? Because
Yeah.
I do have a few friends that, you know, like they're not against hunting or anything. They're like, oh man, that's awesome, bless you. Oh, that's awesome. Congratulations, dude, bless you.
Yeah, thank you.
And so,
I
yeah.
I told you my argument standpoint.
Yeah.
That's how I would argue it. Second reason, and this is kind of newer for me, and this is a big part of hunting with her and her changing me and stuff. Like, dude, it's a lot of a God thing.
Oh yeah.
You know,
It's a Lord.
it's a lot of, dude, when I'm sitting in that tree and it's snowing and it's just me in Ohio, and a lot of people think, you know, man, that sounds terrible, dude. It's like heaven, man. I mean, it's cold, and I mean, but it's like,
Yeah.
I can talk to him, and like, I get teary-eyed just talking about it. Like, dude, I can talk to God, and, you
I
know,
actually
just
did
be with me and him.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just between me and him and the deer, you know.
It's one of the best things about hunting. Just sit, and especially for the people that don't have that peace and don't know Jesus their Savior. You
Yeah.
can sit out there and just enjoy His creation. Like one time, I got teary-eyed just looking at the orange leaves just above me.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. It's unreal sitting out there the way that
Yeah.
you feel so connected to His creation. I mean,
Oh, yeah,
it's
exactly.
what He
It's His
put
creation.
together, yeah.
Just seem, you know,
Yeah.
it feels like you're supposed to be
Yeah.
there.
I actually
yeah.
did a whole debate one time on this topic, an actual debate on this topic, which is crazy. So I feel very strongly about it. But I mean, you know, first and foremost, there are a lot of people that spend their whole lives dedicated to our like tag system and telling us what we can kill, right? Like,
Right.
in North Carolina, like we can kill a certain amount of
Indian
deer,
state, yeah.
and that's to keep the population healthy, right? I mean, think about if you were living in a one-bedroom house with 25 people, what would that look like, right?
Right.
You would have a lot of sickness in there. It'd be dirty. It would be nasty. It probably wouldn't be very healthy, right? And that's the way that we try to look at the deer population is that we are, you know, working to control the population because
Oh, yeah.
they would get sick. They wouldn't have enough to eat if we didn't do, you know, our duties as hunters
Oh, yeah.
to do what
Exactly.
we do. And, you know, I know a lot of people, you know, who hunt. Most of us, we eat what we kill, right? And
Yep.
I mean, how many of all of these people that we're talking about see deer hit on the side of the road? I mean,
Mhm.
right now, I mean, just yesterday, we probably saw 15 or 20 deer hit on the side of the road. So, you know, when you think about it from that perspective, like, I think that we are at least able to harvest deer. We're able to eat them. You know, we're doing this, you know, because
And we're
we-
doing it, you know, we're cleaning them ourselves.
Yeah, we're doing-
processing them
yeah.
ourselves.
we're
Yep.
doing, you know, everything that we can, you know, for these deer to really keep them healthy, and to keep ourselves healthy too, right? I mean, I love eating deer meat because I know exactly where it came from. I know it didn't get any injections or steroids or whatever else they put into your food. So, you know, that's another perspective to look at it for the people that maybe
And
aren't
we-
too much into
yeah.
it. That, Well, they're really disconnected from their food, right? They go to the store, they buy some chicken, they buy some, hamburger. Well, somebody had to kill that for you, right? And you're just really disconnected.
Right, and that's for the people that are totally against it, or they're like, well, poor cow, poor chicken,
Exactly, yeah. But they'll go and buy that, piece of pork chop or whatever from the
they don't realize
store.
it. Yeah.
And I mean, they're forgetting that somebody had to kill that animal for them to be able to eat, right? So you got to look at it from that perspective too. That I'm connected to my food. I'm doing the work that it takes to get my food on the table. So that's my spiel.
And I mean, dude, and it's some people are just uneducated. I think that there's a lot of hunters out there that give good hunters a bad name. And I've knocked on doors before. Door knocking's a good way to meet people that hate hunting.
Yeah.
And
that's what I'm scared of.
People,
yeah.
If they just spend 30 minutes with me, dude, and they see how much it means to me and how much I care about these deer, a lot of times they let me go. They're like, okay, I can understand it now. You can go. It's not about, dude, I want every deer to live to its full potential. You know what I mean? Every buck, every doe, I want them to live as long as they can. I mean, I just think it's got to be done. And here's another way to look at it. Hunters are why we have turkeys. Hunters are why we have deer. Hunters is why states like Ohio and Iowa are even on the map, in my opinion. Hunters keep, shout out Hyde, North Carolina, Englehart, that area, the flatlands, eastern North Carolina. There ain't nothing out there when it's hunting season. I mean, dude, hotels are full. I mean, I don't think it's going anywhere. I think one day this will be a rich man's game because you can walk out my back door right now and you can hear the trees falling because they're building houses. I mean, it's, a little small shrimp like me can't do nothing about it. But I mean, I think one day you're going to have money to be able to continue this journey. And, we're going to take advantage of it while we can. And me and her and millions of other hunters try to give back. We try to give back to these turkey and give back to these deer. It ain't about, I kill, Justin Martin said this one time, I take care of the land and manage the deer. And I tax God a little bit, tax him a couple deer and a couple turkeys along the way. You know what I mean? Just take a couple and take care of the rest of them is the way I see it, dude. I only want it, dude. I shoot 4 deer a year at most times. I shoot way more turkeys.
Yeah, I think stewardship is really important. I think
that's
something that
the
people
older
really
I
get to see.
the more about stewardship I try to be. I want to give back to them and prove that I earn my keep. And do it legally. There's ways to do it legally. And
yeah, I think a lot of people that really they talk about how they love deer. They don't want to see them get hurt or shot or anything like that.
But do they really love them?
These are the same people though that really love the outdoors, right? I mean, regardless, they love to hike. They love to do whatever. Well, we as hunters, we pay for a lot of that, right? With all of our tags and things like that, and we're trying to save our public lands and stuff that we care about so that it doesn't turn into a rich man's game, I mean, Tuckertown is such a good example of that. It's a local, place in North Carolina that's, trying to get sold right now and was a good piece of public. Yep, so, well, a chunk of it already, right? And, we as hunters are trying to work together to be able to save places like that so that we do all have places to enjoy. Whether you hunt or not, you might like to go out to the lake to fish or kayak or whatever it is.
Right.
So I think that's another part of it that a lot of people miss. They just look at us like we're, cold-blooded killers, and some of them are. Like you said, some of them give us a bad name, but a lot of us aren't.
And I'll give you one more angle to look at it, and I'll leave this subject alone. Social media.
Yes, that's
these people get on there and they see killing. If you spend an hour and watch a Seek One video, you'll see that it means the world to Jason or to Lee or to Kendall to kill some big giant deer. It means the world to them.
Yes.
That's all I try to prove is that I'm gonna do this legally and this means the world to me. Some doors I knocked on, they want them evacuated from they want them extinct. They want every deer killed. And I never fare well at those places.
Yeah.
But that's my take on the people. I understand everybody has a right to an opinion, but I wouldn't knock golf because I don't play it. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, see, the thing about those people, y'all, is that they want to they try to bring the bad into it.
Yeah, you can't have that in anything.
Yeah, they all they want to do is just cause trouble. But it's not only that, they just don't understand it, or they've never done that before. And I think it's also more like jealousy or stuff. That's another thing I feel like that people can struggle with, especially a lot of the Realtree folks or Mossy Oak or anybody on television, that they get a lot of criticism.
Oh yeah.
But
sure.
and you know, and is that right for them to do? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
And I mean, she kind of taught me about the jealousy thing. I was just kind of like, hey, why would? I mean, I just couldn't picture somebody being jealous of me. You know what I mean? She had a heart. I mean, she kind of got that into my head. You know, like I was like, at first I was like, why would somebody be jealous of me, man? You know?
Yeah. And I don't like to. I don't like to think that way. You know that everybody. You know, but it. I think a lot of people, like you said, they talk down to you or they say certain things about you, and a lot of that does stem from jealousy a lot of the time, you know.
Yeah, a lot of it's BS, and I mean,
yeah.
I will say, like, you know, I'm always honest. Like, the bigger deer I kill, the more I hear about me and how I hunt.
Oh yeah.
Every deer I could, you know, I hear something, especially a really good one. You know, people.
Yeah.
You shot it here, or you do this, or he does that, and I try to stay out of that. And I don't judge anybody else, man. I try not to. It's hard, you know.
Right. And I mean, well, here's the thing, though. Obviously, everybody that I know pretty much I've only got one negative comment about a deer, and it wasn't how I hunted or anything like that. Mm-hmm. I think the person just underestimated his size. It was a big doe, but the person was like, I wouldn't be proud of that deer. That's a small one. And several of my friends and people were not happy.
I just, man,
but it was a preacher too. Used to be. But I mean, we're not going to go into any more detail. We don't want to call it any more names or anything. But
yeah.
But other than that, the people do love it on social media. But I have to be honest, that's why my dad doesn't post any more deer hunting on social media. He says, I don't have to deal with that. And he says, people have gotten jealous. There has been negative response to my dad specifically about maybe a nice buck he shot or something like that. And he's like, I just stopped.
Yeah.
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 He ain't wrong for doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, that one in the living room I showed you, man. I mean, a girl messaged me on Facebook and was like, you shot my dad's deer. And I was like, I didn't see
I didn't see your name on it.
your dad's name on it or nothing. I mean, she sent me pictures of the thing. I mean, he was slap beautiful. I always wondered what he looked like in velvet.
And see, and here's the funny thing.
It was a blurry picture, but I was like, wow, that's him, you know. And wow.
Oh,
it was him. I mean, it was the deer I killed. It was on a farm close by.
Well, and
they were just trying to say that you trespassed. They went and talked to a guy that I know personally, and that guy told me that he said that I killed that deer off his farm, and the guy that helped me drag it out was standing right next to me, and he said, I can tell you, he didn't kill it on that farm. And that's still ongoing today, dude. Me and this guy, this guy still won't talk to me.
Oh, Lord.
I've never even met the guy. I met him, but...
Yeah, there's just no reason to have anything negative to say about what makes people, like, happy, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I see a lot of people, even with turkeys or deer or whatever, like, these guys that go out there and, like, you never killed a turkey before, and even if you had, you kill a jake. Well, if it's legal, you know what I mean, and if it makes me happy, then why do you care so much? But you see all these comments on, oh, that's a jake, or I'd never do that, or I'd never do this.
Who cares what you would do?
I mean,
Yeah, and I mean, dude, like I post most of the stuff I kill. I post it.
Yeah.
But nobody cares. I mean, I'm not Michael Waddell, you know. Nobody cares where I'm hunting at or do. I mean, that's just my life, man. That's why I posted it. If I didn't post hunting, dude, you'd see me. My last post would be from 2022 when I got married. 2021.
I don't even know if Landon posted a picture when we got married.
Yeah, I mean, I just like, you know, to me it's so I can look back on it and, you know, nobody cares about what I'm doing, and that's kind of a nice feeling. You know, I don't do this for likes or for money or.
Right.
This is all I know, man. You know?
Right, and I mean, yeah, that's the thing though. But yeah, I don't know why some people just do that. You know.
Yeah.
Man, people gotta have something, and if they got time to comment on you with a doe, man, they got.
Hey, at least they're watching.
Exactly.
You need the haters, brother.
Yeah,
you need them.
Well, yeah. Here's what I was gonna say, and the thing is, and another cliche that people say is like, you want to go let's say for example, like, oh hey, there's our deer on camera right there. It's like, oh there's so and so's deer. Ain't nobody's deer unless if the Lord blesses you with it.
That's right.
And that's when you can say it was my deer because I shot it. The Lord blessed me with it. But other than that, people say it's our deer out there.
I mean, dude, I'll shoot him and be standing over him and be telling Kristyn like, man, I don't deserve this deer.
Oh, me too. Me too. I don't deserve what I've been blessed with. But, I mean, that's why the Lord gets the glory for it.
That's right.
Yeah,
But I mean, look, I mean, all these. I mean, and not only that, just the thing I love about deer hunting so much is that, and obviously a lot of people, there's arguments and there's debates over turkey hunting and stuff. But from a turkey hunter right here, these two, I have learned too. Turkeys may look the same, but they have a different personality.
So
but deer are very easy to tell by, maybe because marking or the antlers or any other thing. But I mean, y'all got a lot of great deer y'all have harvested. So if you want to tell a couple of stories of the big deer or where you killed them or sheds or even moose sheds, elk sheds they found. Wild turkey hunting.
The best, I mean, I hunt North Carolina and Ohio a ton. I did get a new farm in a new state in Virginia this year. We've hunted turkeys in all them states, but Virginia, I've never got to deer hunt, so I'm real excited about that. And I was showing Tyler just some of my deer around the house. In NC, I got one in the living room that's pretty big, and I got two that mean a ton to me in here. All the deer in here is North Carolina deer. But I'd say the most meaningful one was Heavy, which is right behind this camera right here. I hunted that deer 2 years and literally dreamed about that deer, and my dad got really, really sick in the summer of 24, and
he's in the hospital for a long time.
He was in the hospital from August to October, and just I had that deer on a string. And not on a string at first, but I knew what he was going to do. And I just told him my dad was a huge deer hunter, and he got me into hunting. And I was like, I'm going to get that deer for you this year. And I killed him on the first sit and was just real proud. And I was just telling her today, that's probably one of the most meaningful deer I got in here is that Heavy.
Oh, yeah.
And, I mean, he ain't the biggest. He's my third biggest deer ever.
Oh, yeah. It's the stories.
It's just the sentimental value, man.
Like that 8-point I told y'all about with one of my dad's best friends. He's like an uncle to me or second day to me. He passed away knowing he'd been trying to get me on a big deer, but diabetes or heart attack ended it for him. He's 55 years old. Old Greg is what.
That sucks.
OG, but I mean, like hunting's definitely. And like I said, if I would have loved to see what he would have thought about what I'm doing now, what the Lord's blessed me with.
Yeah.
Like to get to talk to the real tree people and stuff, but moments like that, I mean, and you never hope for that, but like that 8-pointer I shot 2 weeks after he passed away, that not only meant a lot, but that was my first big deer or anything that some people say scores over 100 inches. Big deer for me.
He was with you, man. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then that 9-pointer though, that's technically my second biggest deer. That one probably the most meaningful. And he got a bone. But the 9-pointer was
crazy,
more meaningful because I've had history of that deer since, I think November, the year before. And I've got his shed.
Yeah.
That same deer.
Cool. Yeah.
And then, but the funniest thing was sit after sit after sit. I mean, literally, you just think about it. Tight thicket. And I was literally going after him consecutive days. He kept coming in.
Wow.
And Landon told me, I'm not against what he said, but he said that he tries to stay off the deer as long as he can until he goes and pounce, waits for the right wind and everything. But
that's just me. I mean, it's
you
all.
know, hey, and look, but I can't.
Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I crack, dude, and I can't wait. But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
take a risk. I'll
But
be like, well,
I went in there, and I probably all but one time I went in there and almost had a shot at that deer.
Wow.
One
That's
time
rare.
I missed him.
see, I'm not that lucky.
Oh, you missed him one time.
Yes, but the
Wow.
arrow hit a limb right in front of him, and I would have nailed him.
Wow.
So, but no, it's all of it's on film. It's on the channel.
Wow.
But so let's see, first time I seen him, he didn't come because there's no corn. So I was like, well, I know what I'm doing tomorrow before I hunt. So he comes in, and this is the funny thing. He was hanging out with does all summer. He comes in behind me, and I about lose vision in my eyes, and I'm about to not pass out, but I was shaking so bad there, but never could get a shot at him. Next day he comes in, but he's 15 yards from me. He's quarter to, and I had a lethal shot at him right there. But my bow's down, doe was right underneath me looking at me, and you talk about a thick cover, and I was surrounded by deer. And I moved, and then by the time I looked at him, he sees me, and I see him, and he's gone. But then he comes back, and it's a surprise, and then he heads back. Next time is when I miss him. The next time, give it a few days.
This is crazy.
Dude,
The next hunt, he comes in, and there's a little limb right there, and I said, oh God, I just need 2 more steps.
Yeah.
I went ahead and pulled my bow back because I knew he's going to come right there, 10 yards from me.
Right.
He looks up and sees me, and he doesn't come in. That limb is still right there,
He saw you?
and he took off. And the next day is when I finally connected.
I cannot believe that.
Dude, that's a wild story.
That is crazy.
I'll have to show you a little bit of it before we head out.
I
That
shot
was meant to
over
be.
Kristyn's deer. that
Y'all
she
gonna
killed,
love it.
and I
I mean-
never saw him again.
But
Yeah.
and this is, I'm still a firm believer about this.
Yeah.
And Daddy, with all his heart, said, I personally believe that Happy Herd kept him in there. It
Yeah.
did not. And Happy,
Man, if you believe in it, dude, like, use it, you know.
But I don't know if it was him or the same deer, but there was a big buck, and I think it was him. But the day after I shot at and missed him, he was in there in the middle of the afternoon, bedded down behind in some briars.
Well,
Man,
that's
that's
just
kind
where
of
they want to
deer.
be.
That's
So I'm
kind of
like,
deer I want. Man.
So,
No kidding.
but unfortunately, that's gone.
yeah.
But
Yeah, I know. That sucks that they cut all that stuff down.
yeah,
Back there.
but I mean, like I said, your story with heavy, and then you got your real big one in there, and then you got, I mean, there's so many others. But and Kristyn, you've had some history with some of your deer too.
Yeah, you know, I have. I've been really fortunate the last couple years because I just started bow hunting probably about, this will be my 4th year bow hunting, and I've had, you know, great seasons every season. I mean, it's a really big testament to all the work that my sweet husband does, and I try my best to help with. But, you know, one of the more fun ones that I think I ever had was probably this past season. Landon was out of town. He was in Ohio hunting, and I was like, well, I'm gonna go. And he was looking at pictures. He had a regular camera, like with an SD card, and he was flipping through some pictures, and he seen this picture of a buck at a place where we never saw bucks like this before.
Whoa.
Okay, it was like all doe. It was a doe spot, and this, I mean, good size 10 came in. It would have been my biggest at the time. And he was like, well, you could go hunt this deer, but we didn't have a stand set up there. We had no blind set up there. There was nothing. And he was like, you're just going to have to go in there, and you're going to have to kind of make some makeshift thing or whatever you want to do. And I was like, screw it, I'm going to try it. So I go in there, and I bring like a little chair, and I just like break some limbs and kind of like make this like makeshift thing. And I was like, looking at it, and I was like, there's no way it's going to work, you know? I was like, this is going to be crazy. And, you know, lo and behold, I mean, he had been really, really coming in there a lot. And, I mean, he looked like he just woke up. He probably got right out of his bed. He came right in there and did exactly what he did every single time. And, I mean, I'm sitting there 20 yards or less from him without anything. You know, it's basically just a few little limbs in front of me so that I can get a shot. And, I shot him right in the chest, and I mean, right into the heart, and just from the ground with no blind, no nothing. Like, that was really, really cool for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's old-fashioned hunting.
It
Makeshift blind.
Yeah, it was really cool. And I mean, you can imagine, I was just so shaken. I mean, with turkeys, it's pretty normal. You know, you're on the ground, you get hung like that. But with deer, I'm usually up in a tree. So that was really, really cool for me. That was a fun one.
That 6-pointer she killed, I had on camera for 3 years. That one that you held in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And,
That was a big one.
Last year, it had a 7-inch drop time. It was
I don't
that
know why
long.
he couldn't have those here, but
He
hey.
cleaned it up. If you
At
hold
all
his
point.
rack, you can feel where it was. But
Yeah, I mean,
It,
he's so thick
he
around that
cleaned
one
up.
area, you can't
Yep.
get your
that
hands
deer
on
right
it,
there,
but-
I'm confident was 4.5, 5.5-year-old.
And boy, was
that
he a
deer,
bully.
that sick. You see the big 8, the clean 8.
The one in the middle, yeah.
Next to heavy, yep. The middle deer that was killed in the same tree. She shot that 6-pointer out.
Wow.
That's a deadly area right there.
Yeah, it's been a good one for us, but
But yeah.
And I pointed the 8-pointer. I killed 2 years apart out of the same stand too. Same setup and everything.
Really?
That's pretty sweet.
See, that's so neat. I
Yeah.
feel like we don't, you know, to kill
Hey.
a big deer is really special. And
You don't mess with that lure again.
come here, Fess. Come here.
Come here, buddy. Oh. You're so crazy.
We got somebody working on the light back there. We be
Yeah.
back.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
No. I'm just messing.
This is our cameraman
Yeah.
/ mascot.
Yep. But no. So those deer hunting things are just so special. I
They
mean,
are.
especially doing with a bow. And I mean, like with this one, it'll be special from here on out. any animal I take with this thing will be a little bit more special every time.
Man,
But
take it plenty this year.
yeah.
I hope so. But I mean, and what about duck hunting? I mean, like y'all have done some duck hunting. We'll go ahead and just kind of. Sorry,
Hit all the bases.
We'll get to you soon, but we're in the talks of maybe getting a duck hunt together, a little willing.
Yeah,
We'll just see how that goes.
Yep.
But and I will tell you a quick story right before we they get into it. But this actually happened tonight while I was eating the duck. I ate one of their ducks, and I guess it turns out that I felt something in my mouth. It was perfectly round, and I'm like, "What the heck is this?"
A little steel for your dinner.
Let's say somebody made too good of a shot with the shotgun.
Maybe not a good enough shot.
Yeah. So,
Hey, we all know how it is. You ate a little turkey or a little duck before. Everybody swallows a little shotgun shot every once in a while.
So ducks, I had a good close. Well, I mean, we're still buddies. His name was Aaron. He kind of got into ducks, and he would take me out on the Sound. We always went to Englehart, North Carolina. It's in Hyde County. It's bear country, and it's about 4 hours away from here. And we would shoot them on the Sound some, and I started working for Duke Energy and met some really nice guys. The taxidermist I was telling you about, Alan.
Yeah.
Found some of these deer. Got up with him and his son, and they're in what's called an impoundment. Some people that's going to trigger some people, that word there. But,
I have no idea what that is actually.
We're hunting,
so
we're hunting over flooded corn.
an impoundment is corn that has been planted and then it's flooded. It's totally legal.
Oh wow!
You knock lanes in it, put blinds in the middle of it, and you're hunting over corn. People, in Louisiana and down south, they hate it.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, so they got us in impoundments, and that's what has changed the duck hunting for me, man. I mean, I just got to kill a bunch of cool species and they've taught me everything I know about ducks, man. There's a ton of rules, It's just it's fun, and ducks are very beautiful. And by the time they get to North Carolina for the third split, duck season comes in 3 times here, by the way.
Wow.
Comes in and out 3 times, and the third split, man, they're full plumage. They're just beautiful. All their colors are showing, and that one right there really loves the ducks. To me, ducks are like drinking beer, man. I could take it or leave it, but she really loves the ducks. I mean, she really enjoyed it. Hunting in that snow was awesome. That was fun.
I like hunting ducks because it's just a lot of fun. Like, it's not very often that me and Landon are not kind of very seriously hunting, Like, it's just something that's a little more fun. Have you ever been dove hunting or something like that?
I went only one time with my daddy when I was like 11. But that was it.
Small, yeah. But it's just kind of something where, like, you can really enjoy it with friends, you're all kind of hanging out. I mean, you can talk and you can cut up and you can laugh until you got ducks flying around you, but like everybody is, shooting. It's just a lot of fun. Like, I mean,
when they're flying, everybody's shooting.
Oh yeah.
I've had days duck hunting where we didn't pull the trigger all day.
That's true.
Yes,
some days haven't been that fun, but I do enjoy it, and it's something to kind of pass the time. Like we really enjoy doing that together.
It's grew on me a lot. Duck hunting was, it's number 3 on my list, and it is fun. It is fun. I mean, there ain't no doubt about it, dude. When Woodies come through the trees turning upside down.
That's one right there, just to the left of the lamp post.
Moving, when they're flying upside down and stuff coming through the trees, that's pretty wild. My favorite duck to shoot is a mallard. They're huge. They come in backpedaling. And like I told you, that duck right there is probably my favorite one. I was with 2 of the best friends I've ever had on the planet my whole life. And one of them, it was his first duck hunt. And that canvasback come in on my side right there. Me and my buddy Travis shot it. And I thought it was a mallard just because I seen that dark head.
Yeah.
And I did. I walked up to that duck and went, ooh. And that's what he told me. I said, it's a gosh dang canvasback. So that was a big deal for me. And I mean, duck hunting is fun. And like I said, me and her have a ball. And I've met some really good people. And
yeah, we just have fun.
I have more places to deer and turkey hunt than I can shake a stick at. Dude, I've got 2 places I can duck hunt.
Yeah.
Like there's very minimal places.
Yeah. We're just not real super serious about it. Like Landon was saying, like we do hunting and impoundment. We're not gonna act like we're big bag duck hunters.
I do a ton of work for deer and turkeys. I don't do no work for ducks, man. I show up, I pay my money in the impoundment, and I show up and and we sit in blinds. I mean, I'm calling the ducks, and it's my decoys and stuff. But I mean, I'm not. If I did ducks like I did turkeys, dude, I'd have my own impoundment. I'd be planting my own.
Right.
corn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another cool thing about the coast of North Carolina is it's the hottest spot for swans.
Tundra
For
swans.
tundra
Yes, I was
swans.
gonna say that, and they got a swan coming from the taxidermist.
Yeah,
Tell a little
that's
bit
right.
about that.
Yeah,
We
so
shot
only
3 of them.
I think only about 5,000 people get selected every year in North
Yeah.
Carolina. You have to
Yeah.
draw a swan tag.
I'll tell you this.
Oh, so
If
y'all
you
got drawn
ever-
the tag?
Yeah.
Wow.
If you ever drew a swan tag,
Yeah, this year you should put in for
I
one.
could almost guarantee you a swan if
Yeah.
you wanted to shoot one. It's like shooting a longbeard out of the sky. It's a 20
we'll
pound
tell you when to
bird.
put in for it, and you
Okay.
you put in
It's
the draw,
soon.
and
It's soon.
yeah,
It's
it
like
will be
July.
soon. So yeah, and it's really fun. I mean, they're huge, just
Yes.
huge birds that are.
They
and
tear up fields, man.
But you
like,
see them by the hundred. I mean, people think like, oh no, you shot like a swan, and
There's thousands.
we've gotten a lot
tens
of heat on
thousands.
that on Facebook for killing swans. But I mean,
But they just don't know,
Yeah.
They don't know that there's tens of thousands of them, and they're migrating from Canada and
yeah.
Alaska, and they just tear
Yeah.
up everything.
But they are loud and big, and they fly in like a 747. They're it's a lot of fun out there.
yeah.
Oh, I bet. And the fighting too, I mentioned too, they got, and this is, they discovered a lot of cool stuff while turkey hunting. the elk sheds, and oh my gosh, the fireplace just full of deer sheds. But
I hate that fireplace.
Oh.
I love the sheds, but Landon just piles them up.
but not just that, but the fact y'all go to Maine where
Yeah.
people know that there's moose there. You
Yeah.
find moose sheds and elk sheds while turkey hunting.
Yeah, oh man, that's the coolest part, I think, really about.
Oh, is that a match right there?
No, it's just the 2 big ones.
Oh, that's right, folks. This is. He's like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
These are the biggest ones that Landon's got actually, and for those of y'all that have seen my shed, you may be thinking,
Yeah.
But no, not to brag or anything. I don't like to, but and I'm not trying to brag, but I'm just saying that
Oh, man.
Yeah,
that
I gotta see that
I
one
wanna
that you're
see
talking
that.
about.
I wish I brought it.
Yeah,
I was
me
like,
too.
dang it,
Yeah,
man.
I love sheds. That's such a cool part about like turkey hunting all over the United States too, is we get to see the United States. You know,
Yes.
we get to see everything, and we get to find all this different really cool stuff. And I mean, this year when we were hunting, we hunted New Hampshire, and we saw more black bears like while we were hunting than you could shake it. Little bear cubs and just
Really?
yeah, it was just so cool. You
Wow.
know? Like I mean, it was
Yeah,
really.
we've seen a bunch of black bears. this
Yeah,
year.
fun experience to just get to see the different wildlife and hear the different songbirds and just.
Oh, I
it's
know.
just so fun.
That's one thing I love about turkey hunting, and it's just so overwhelming. Like, because when you're deer hunting, you're usually just in one spot,
Right.
one spot only from
Right.
morning to evening.
So
But turkey hunting, you're constantly walking around trying
Yeah.
to find that turkey.
Yeah.
And I felt like honestly that is the most fun time to hunt because
Yeah.
and that's one thing. Now for the people that say, "Oh, I'm not a patient hunter," well, don't worry because you might have to move every once in a while turkey hunting.
That's right.
Deer hunting takes more patience, I think, but well, turkey hunting really does too. But
Yeah.
because you're up, constantly moving, and but you can discover so many things. I mean, like for the folks that have seen the video of our last turkey hunts of the year, me and my cousin Mason were at our lease, and daggone turtles right in the middle of the food plot.
See, that's so cool.
So
yeah.
that was just cool enough. But
Yeah.
I mean, just ain't no telling what you see.
We've seen,
Snakes too.
Yeah.
We've seen
Yeah.
possums make love. We've seen raccoons make love. We've seen.
I've never seen that before.
Every
Dude,
animal.
I could go on. I mean, dude, the stuff I've seen just walking around has nothing to do with turkey hunting, man. I mean,
You just God's
dude,
grace
me
you
and her
with
was
it.
No, it
walking
is
around in
cool.
Missouri, and it sounded like elephants coming through the woods, and it was 2 armadillos just digging around.
Yeah. So
I mean,
weird,
just
you know.
nosing
Yeah.
along.
Yeah, we have seen some.
We was in Tennessee one morning waiting on some turkeys to gobble on public land. She might not even remember this, and I was sitting there
Oh.
dead silent, and something was walking dead at us. And I told her, I said, "Don't freak out. It'll be a deer. It'll get close and smell
I bet
us."
not.
Dude, that thing got from me to closer than your camera, and I finally, dang, like, what did I do? Cut my phone light on or something?
I
did
can't
something,
remember
and it was an
something.
armadillo,
Oh.
and that son of a gun.
They're so stupid.
It got a
Armadillos
skunk.
are
A skunk tried to get me in New Hampshire.
A
Well,
skunk
yeah.
tried to get you New Hampshire.
We-
Kristen saw
we
it,
were
yeah.
we were walking in the field at
We had
in
these
dark.
birds roosted,
Yeah, and so we were trying to get into the field, And like
But
I'm
dude,
kind
this
of got
feels
my head
huge.
down, and something is, just barreling towards us, like running so like fast towards us, and I like screamed, and I shouldn't have because we're about to go hunt turkeys, but it scared me bad. I was like, Landon, like, and I grabbed him, snatched him up, and it was a skunk, and it was
It
about to
stopped.
just like.
It got right in the wood line and stopped and lifted its tail up.
We
Just
were
waiting.
like,
I was like, uh-oh.
yeah.
Then we had both of them gobblers at 81 yards and didn't kill them.
Yeah.
I still think that's funny when you look back later and say,
Fun.
how can a turkey hunt get ruined? Get chased by Pepe Le Pew.
No, yeah, that definitely
Pepe Le
will
Pew.
ruin any turkey hunt right there for sure. Yeah, we've had some.
I can go on. We killed those spurs we showed you right there, them big old spurs. That's from Long Island, New York.
Is that those two right there?
Yep.
Yeah, literally Long Island, New York. You wouldn't expect to be turkey hunting over there, but
Yep.
That's and a lot of states are underrated too for hunting, but they're really good though.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, that's so
that's a
true.
mallard
That
curl
is true.
feather right there.
Oh, that's a mallard curl?
See that curl?
Oh, wow.
That's from a duck.
That represents a male, folks.
Yep.
Drake, yep.
Yep, but that's some big hooks on that bird right there.
Yeah,
Show you another shed I'm proud of, and I'm serious. That's hard to find right there.
Oh, yeah. No, my cousin
I
found
found
one
that.
like that behind our house.
I found that in Ohio.
Yeah.
But, we literally could go on and on and on. But,
We could.
if there's anything y'all want to say, this has been a great
No,
talk.
we're just,
Oh,
yeah,
man,
we're
I'm
just
just
so
glad
thankful
that
to get to spend
you've
some
come
time
over,
with you.
man.
You know,
I
it's been
appreciate
a long
y'all.
time coming, and we're thankful that you even wanted to do this podcast with us.
Absolutely.
We've had a lot of fun talking with you, and
Yep.
we'll do it a whole lot more. I'm excited about this potential duck or swan hunt we might be planning up. So that could
we'll
be
try,
Yes.
We'll try to get
I would need
this.
to practice shooting at, what you call,
Please.
yeah.
You can do it as a group. You and your pops could do it or something. I'll take y'all. Y'all can shoot you one.
They'll see if he
was
wants to do
interested
it.
in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would be, but I don't know about that. But we'll see. Because it all depends on his work schedule, because it's different.
Yeah. Well, hey, the cool thing about it is the season goes it's pretty long. It goes into February, but if just you want to do it, we'll get you in there. But no, I just thank you so much, Tyler.
I'll show you
we're
what
so
it looks
appreciative of
like,
you coming to
Tyler.
hang out
Of
with
course.
us.
Appreciate y'all inviting me.
Yeah.
And we've been talking about this for a while.
We
Like,
have been.
so I'm so glad I ate the duck dough. If not, I would have experienced real lead.
Tyler got to eat gadwall tonight.
That's right.
Yes.
First duck, and it had a piece of lead in it. Dang it.
Classic.
No, that was.
That's a good
I didn't know if it's a piece of my tooth or what. So I was like, what could go wrong at the Belcher's house? No. Oh,
Just a
and
little piece of lead.
the fact, and here's something else too. We shot our bows. And apparently, I've already wore out my D loop. Let's say the arrow decided to go for a swing into the neighbor's property.
Oh no! It went.
It went for a rainbow.
And I had no idea, y'all. I swear, I just put, and I looked at the D loop and I was like, that thing's I've used it a lot. I went to pull back, and what happened was the release just turned loose and there it goes. And you know how I know it's a D loop? The second time, I slowly pulled it without an arrow, just came right off, and I'm like,
Yeah.
definitely need to be going. I wasn't planning on going to the bow shop and just start practicing, but I'm like,
You just need to take it to Jonathan. Will get you hooked.
oh yeah.
20
Yeah.
minutes.
And that's no worries. I'm just more worried about what it hit over there. I think it's all good though, and I'm
Find
sure
out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But yeah.
we'll find the arrow again.
But Chad,
Yeah, if
dude,
we
it's
find
been
it, we'll
cool
do that.
talking to you.
Absolutely.
I always like talking with people that want to talk deer, man. You know,
Yep.
deer
That's all I love to
turkey,
talk
and
about.
You're a cool dude, man, and we appreciate it.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate y'all, and I
Yes, sir.
appreciate their facts. They're great Christians too, and
Yes, sir.
there's nothing better like it. There really ain't, and the best yet to come for us, I think.
That's right.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
totally agree. God's got some big things in store for us all, I believe.
He does. He
Yeah.
does. Well, that's it. I think this was episode 11. I think of the podcast. I
Cool.
can't remember,
Nice.
or episode 10. But y'all need to stay tuned. There's plenty more to come. So, but I hope y'all have a great rest of your day, and y'all be tuning in to Belcher Outdoors Broadcast. They're on YouTube as well. And on Facebook, any other social media platform?
Yeah, Instagram's a big one for us, but I really want to say keep your eye on this guy right here because he's got some big things brewing. So make sure to stay tuned for all this.
We'll see.
It's big.
Y'all going to have to help me get the word out too. We'll try to get the word out and get people to share. So.
Definitely. Well,
But y'all have a good one. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
See y'all.